All right, hey Tony, I'll just kind of take you in my garage and show you real quick what it looks like. I have a really basic setup, so I you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into it initially. I just bought the unit and then bought a net, and I put a hole in the net pretty quickly because yeah. Anyway, but I just threw a sheet over it, so it's pretty interesting. And then you don't have to have an impact net or an impact screen or enclosure or anything like that. So a lot of guys do this to start off, and then they start getting the other stuff later. I just did this to test it out, to see if it was worth it, and if I had space. So anyway, I'll turn this. So you can see, like, I'm gonna back this out, kind of water lens. All right, so there's kind of the full setup right there. I think that net's 89 bucks. Obviously the sheet was free. I got these little clamps, that I put on top. Otherwise the sheet falls off, but it stays pretty good. Maybe every once in a while I have to tighten those clamps back up. But this works pretty well. The mat is also on Amazon. I think it's $200 and something. It's Pro something. What is that? No, Golf. That they're both the same brand. Golf Sports. Golf Sports. Yeah, I think pretty sure they're the same brand. So anyway, the mat's actually really good. I really like that mat. Very impressed by it. It's better than pretty much any mat I've hit off of. I had some extra carpet from the house, so I just rolled it out to be the kind of buffer, where the ball lands, so it's not landing on the garage floor. An old desk my wife had that I was going to sell, so I just kind of repurposed it for the moment for the computer. You do have to have a computer to run the golf club, which is the best software to get for this. This one I just custom built for myself, but you can buy a laptop. You could get, you could get a nice desktop. I sourced my own parts, put it together. And then there's the SkyTrak unit right there. That is usually $2,000, brand new. It's great. I think it's worth every penny for sure. When you do set it up, there's just some alignment things that you'll want to know. And I can let you know about that, so then it's accurate. Otherwise, if you don't have it, basically the tidbit is if it's not the exact same level as this mat, it won't be accurate and it'll be really frustrating. But I had to just break out a level and put a long level between this and that to actually the back of the unit, back here, turned it around. And then I got it level perfect to the mat. And then I turned around and there's actually, there's a SkyTrak software where it actually gives you the level of forward and roll and pitch, and then you just got to zero those out, and then you're good, and then it reads the information correctly. Basically, it just takes thousands of shots from there as your ball passes through. You hit it on that dot. It takes thousands of photos of it, and then it gauges that spin, does a bunch of math, and then spits it out to the screen. So I just repurposed this old 55-inch screen and bought this stand. I think that stand was like 64 bucks or something. Got a wireless keyboard and mouse, and then put that screen up there. So now, basically hit into that and, watch the shot on that thing. And it's awesome. By the way, that's the first hole of Chambers Bay. If you can kind of tell, like, do a quick flyover, so it's pretty stinking sweet. What's awesome is, over there, so what I'll do is I'll often hit over there to that left side, and then you can just practice. You can go to the menu here, and you can auto rewind shot, and then I can just practice a pitch over and over and over again from down there, because I could never do that on the golf course, or I could practice my second shot in, or my drive from the tee, or whatever, or putting on that green, and it's accurate. It's pretty awesome how accurate it is. So anyway, I've been playing through Chambers and just kind of getting used to that. I also fired up Snoqualmie Ridge, where the Boeing Classics held at. Got to play that course. Just totally awesome. I think as a golfer who's serious every penny, every penny. I forgot to mention the software for the golf club, which is, you know, basically you get 170,000 courses you can play. It's and it syncs with your SkyTrak. It's $895 plus tax, so it's basically $1,000 just to get the license for the software. But again, so worth it, so worth it. I can't believe I did golf and didn't have this for a long time. I can sit down and play 18 holes in about an hour, hour and a half. So, yeah, I mean, there'll be days I'm just stuck in here like for 6 hours on the weekend. I think one Sunday I put in 8 hours on this thing, didn't even notice, you know, just broke a sweat, was practicing shots. You do putt on this, you know, it's a little weird because it's just the dot. So, you know, how do you know if it's going straight in your distance and stuff? I'd say it's pretty accurate on distance. You just got to get used to it. I did put this line right here because I noticed that just to make sure on putting especially that I'm bringing it back and straight through, it's nice to have that line right there, those alignment sticks. So then that tape kind of tells me, you know, what's straight back, you know, and straight through, so I can really work on that. But yeah, that's my down and dirty setup. I think altogether this was, let's see, probably, I bought the unit for $1,200 and not two, so that reduce the cost. But if you were to go 2,000, you know, like 300 for the net and the mat, so there's 23, 24, probably 2,500 because you have tax in there. And then you've got your computer you got to get, so, you know, let's just say that's another $500 to $800. You know, I spent about 370 on mine because I custom built it. And then you've got a screen. I mean, I just found one. These things are so cheap anyway. And then you got the software. So, I mean, all in, you're probably like 4,000 all in. On the low end, maybe closer to 3, which is, I think, about what I've got in mine, about 3,000. And yeah, dude, I totally recommend it. You know, you could start like this. I think eventually I'll end up with an enclosure, but you know, I'd have to build out this section of my garage for that. And as you can see, I've got those there, but I'm ready to, you know, maybe do something when my wife wants this portion back. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. I'll talk to you later. Bye.